There is a gap in your national insurance record right now that could be costing you thousands of pounds in retirement income, and the window to fix it permanently closes in the next few hours. Not next week, not tomorrow morning, hours. After that, the rules change, the door closes, and the opportunity is gone forever. Stay with me because in the next few minutes, you will know exactly what this is, whether it affects you, how much money is genuinely at stake, and the single action you need to take before the deadline hits. Let us start with how the state pension actually works, because most people have a rough idea, but not the full picture. And the full picture is what makes this so urgent. Your state pension is built on your national insurance record. Every year you work, pay contributions, or receive certain credits, you earn a qualifying year. You need 35 qualifying years to receive the full new state pension, which currently stands at £221.20 per week. That is over £11,500 a year, guaranteed, inflation protected for the rest of your life. If you have fewer than 35 years, your pension is reduced proportionally. 30 qualifying years gets you roughly 85% of the full amount. 25 years gets you about 70%. And if you have fewer than 10 qualifying years, you receive nothing at all. Here is the number that should stop you in your tracks. Every single missing year costs you approximately £328 annually in lost pension income. Every year. For the rest of your life. If you live 20 years past pension age, one missing year costs you over £6,500 in total. And the average person watching this video, they have no idea how many qualifying years they actually have. Now here is where the story gets both remarkable and deeply time sensitive. Under normal rules, you can only go back 6 years to voluntarily fill gaps in your national insurance record. 6 years. But the government introduced a special extended window that allowed people to fill gaps stretching all the way back to 2006. Nearly 2 decades of records that could be topped up at a relatively low cost. That extended window is now in its final hours. The cost of voluntarily filling a missing year currently sits at around £824. That sounds significant, but run the numbers and the picture changes completely. That £824 buys you £328 extra per year for life. Break-even point is less than 3 years past pension age. After that, every year is pure profit. Live 10 years past pension age and that single payment has returned over £3,000. Live 20 years and you are approaching £6,500 from one payment of under £1,000. There is almost no investment on earth that offers that kind of guaranteed, government-backed, inflation-protected return. And some people have not just one gap, they have several. The maths is extraordinary, but only if you act while the window is still open. You might be thinking this does not apply to you, that your record is probably fine, that someone would have told you if there was a problem. That is exactly what millions of people think, and that assumption is costing them dearly. Career breaks leave gaps. Periods of self-employment where Class 2 contributions were not paid correctly leave gaps. Years spent living or working abroad leave gaps. Time taken out to raise children or care for elderly relatives leaves gaps. Periods of low earnings that fell below the national insurance threshold leave gaps. Even administrative errors by previous employers can leave gaps that appear on your record years later without any notification reaching you. Women are statistically far more likely to have significant gaps than men. Decades of workforce inequality, combined with caring responsibilities that historically fell disproportionately on women, means that millions of women in the UK are sitting on pension shortfalls they have never been told about. The same people who sacrificed career progression to raise families are the ones most at risk of retiring into financial difficulty. If that describes you or someone you love, this is not just a financial technicality, it is a matter of basic fairness. But this is not only a women's issue. Men who were self-employed in their 20s and 30s, graduates who started work later, people who spent years abroad assuming their pension was being looked after. The gaps are everywhere, and the only way to know where you stand is to check. Here's the part that changes everything once you actually understand it. The state pension is not means-tested. It does not shrink if you have savings. It does not disappear if you have other pensions or investments. It is paid to you regardless of your financial situation, and it increases every year under the triple lock, meaning it rises by whichever is highest out of inflation, average earnings growth, or 2.5%. Topping up your national insurance record is not just smart financial planning. It is one of the most resilient financial moves available to ordinary people in this country. Unlike a stocks and shares ISA, it cannot crash. Unlike a property investment, it requires no management. Unlike a private pension, it cannot be mismanaged or eroded by poor fund performance. It simply pays every month for life. The financial industry rarely talks about this because there is no commission in it. No product to sell, no platform fee to charge. Topping up your NI record just quietly, reliably makes your retirement significantly better, which is precisely why most people have never heard it explained clearly. Let me make this concrete with two people who are both 58 years old right now. Both have 28 qualifying national insurance years. Both reach pension age at 67. The first person checks their record today. They see the gaps. They use this final window to buy 4 additional years at the extended historical rate. They now have 32 qualifying years. Over a retirement lasting to 85, that decision generates an additional £6,200 in pension income from a total investment of roughly £3,300. Nearly double their money, guaranteed by the government, rising with inflation every single year. The second person means to check. They have good intentions. They tell themselves they will sort it out this week. The deadline passes. The pre-2017 years are locked out permanently. They can still top up more recent gaps under standard rules, but that exceptional extended window is gone. Over the next 27 years of retirement, the cost of that delay compounds quietly into thousands of pounds of income that never arrives, every month, every year, for the rest of their life. Do not be the second person. The process is simpler than you might expect, and that simplicity matters right now, because time is the only thing standing between you and this opportunity. Go to the HMRC Government Gateway. Log into your personal tax account. Navigate to the National Insurance Record section. You will see every qualifying year you have, every gap that exists, and your projected state pension based on your current record. If you have gaps in years before 2017, contact the Future Pension Center today. Their number is on the official government website. Tell them you want to make voluntary contributions before the deadline. They will give you a personalized quote showing exactly what each year costs and exactly how much it adds to your pension. Then you make a Class 3 voluntary national insurance contribution, and that year is added to your record. That is it. The barrier is not complexity. The barrier is not cost. The barrier is simply not knowing this was possible before the clock ran out. If you are already past state pension age or close to it, this may still apply to you. There are specific rules around deferral and late contributions. The Future Pension Center can advise on your exact situation, and it is worth that phone call regardless of your age. One thing before you go, and this is the thought I want to leave you with. Retirement planning is full of noise. Products, schemes, predictions, opinions. But beneath all of it, there are a small number of genuinely high-impact, low-risk actions that actually change the numbers in a meaningful way. Topping up your national insurance record through this extended window is one of them. It is not glamorous. It will not trend on social media. But 20 years from now, when your pension arrives every month, larger and more secure because you took 30 minutes to act today, you will look back on this as one of the best financial decisions you ever made. Check your record right now, not after dinner, not at the weekend, now. The tool is free, the information is yours, and the window is still open. Just barely.